What's happening, people? Fight Week fan, Fight Week 5 shows. How are you? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Look who we have here. We have Triple H, the champ, the EFC heavyweight champ in the house. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, my brother, and you?
Yeah, man, I'm doing fantastic. It's so good to have you here on the Fight Week show. We've been trying to schedule this for a minute, but now we got you here, and that's the most important part.
Exactly.
The card that you just did, EFC 98.
Yeah.
Crazy card. Love the card. The whole build-up was I thought you and your opponent made that card so big. I mean, everybody was following it over here in the UK. How was that fight week for you? You know, just building up to that card. How was that fight week for you?
It was very good. It was awesome. The way you saw, so I was happy to be there.
It was crazy because I looked at it, and I watched the whole fight as well. I bought the card from over here just to show you guys some support and watch the fight. I thought the fight was really, really good. It was clean from you. Your preparation into the fight. What was the camp? Your fight camp. What was that like? Was it a difficult camp? Was it relatively easy? What was the camp like for you preparing for that fight?
It wasn't that difficult. It wasn't also that easy, but everything was on point because we really know our opponent very good. My coach knows everything about his fighting game, so it wasn't so that difficult or easy, but everything was working on point.
Everything was on point. You fight in one of the scariest divisions in all of MMA. Fighting in the heavyweight division is some scary thing, right? How do the knowledge, just knowing in the back of your mind that one touch could shut a man's light off? How does that make you approach the fight? How does it help in approaching the fight the way you approach the fight?
Yeah, it's not something new because I've done that on past years in amateur. I did my real good amateur record, and then I come to the professional as well. I did some exciting fight on heavyweight, so it's something that we used to. Something that we used to. So what is something new for me?
I mean, to you just mentioning there, saying being used to heavyweight power, you know, your name Triple H Power. How did you come about that name, that Triple H Power name? How did you come about that? Please tell us.
Triple H is like everybody knows. Triple H from WWE is one of the guys that I used to like while I was in Congo. So
right,
the way I used to like him now. I say no, myself now, I have to call myself Triple H. And then everybody started calling me Triple H. And when I come here in South Africa, they was calling me Triple H Force. And then when we came in English country, we transit to Power.
Right.
Yeah, now I think let me make it Power in the end. So it's going to be more attractive for people here.
Yes. Triple H Power. It has a nice ring to it. It has a nice, you know, it rolls off the tongue nice. So that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good one that you came up with. Now, fighting in your division as a heavyweight, because a lot of people look on the heavyweight and say they have power, but their movement is a little bit slow. But you're different. You have power, in fact, triple of them, and your movement is so dynamic. How easy is that for you to do? Is this something you've trained for, or is it something that you've always had growing up?
It is something that I trained for. I used to watch my man Cyril Gann. I used to watch, Cyril Gann. I get some move from Cyril Gann, some move from Israel Adesanya, some move from John Jones. So I combined 3 of them. Yeah, that's why I'm so now. I'm untouchable on that division now. It's difficult for them. So if you catch one of the style bender at Desanya, I had what Cyril Gann, and then I put John Jones. It's gonna be very much for my opponents to read me or to coach me or to get me somewhere. It's very difficult for them.
These are very, very good examples of people with very, very good movements. You know, and your movement as a heavyweight is fascinating to watch. When you're in the cage, it's very exciting. Every time you're in the cage, you get the crowd going. The crowd loves you. Do you enjoy like feeding off the crowd energy, feeding off the crowd chants when they chanting your name? What do you enjoy about the fans being present when you fight?
Obviously, it's something that I cannot explain. It's I don't know how to explain it, man. It's when you can have a goosebump, man. You feel so determined. You feel like you mustn't give up. You feel like you must go for it. You mustn't let all those people down. You must fight for it. So it's something that very good, very, very good, interesting. I love my people. I love my supporters, my fans. The way they're shouting for me is pushing me to the limit. They tell me that you must go for it. Don't stop. Keep going.
You do have a karate sort of background. You have karate in the background, I believe. How do you apply that? How do you apply that to your fight game? Because a lot of the movements that we see in the heavyweight division is mostly headhunting, right? Fighters are always trying to headhunt in the heavyweight division. But with your karate style, how do you implement that in your fights when you fighting your opponents?
As I told you earlier on, that my karate style, I implement it. I used to stir those people around. As I said earlier on.
Yes.
John John, style bender. I take one from Adesanya, one from Cyril Gann, one from John John, and I combine it together to put Triple H in points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, karate.
Yeah, you was just saying about karate. Sorry.
Yeah, I said. Yeah, karate is something that I didn't go for compete. I didn't compete for it.
Right.
I just do like in school, areas. When you're growing up, play for karate, but I didn't go for high level of that competition. But definitely in judo, I did some good competition. I was multiple term champion in judo. So people, they don't talk about it, but it is what it is.
Your hands are very accurate. When you go, you got very accurate hands. It's like sniper. When you send your punch, it's landing on the target. I want to give you big credit for this. I want to give you big credit for this. How long have you been training to get your hands to be that accurate? Because I don't think it's not an easy thing to do, to land accurate shots the way you do. You're so good at it.
think 2008. I think about 3 years, huh? Something about 3 or 4 years.
3-4 years.
Yeah. 3
Wow.
or 4 years. Yeah. Yeah, 3-4 years to get that accuracy in that position. Sorry for my life, man. I'm watching.
No,
I'm watching TV, but
it's all right. It's all right.
What? I'm watching TV because, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You can wear something. The good view now.
Yeah, it's a bit better. It's a bit better. Definitely, your hair and your shirt is making it better. We can see your hair and your shirt.
My new hairstyle.
Yep.
My new hairstyle.
Yeah, man. It definitely looks bright. You know, you definitely you will get the attention that your hair is looking for with with your hairstyle. Definitely get the attention it's looking for.
Thank you, my man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, let me ask you this: you have multiple victories in submission. Like you're probably one of the most well-rounded heavyweights, and it's no surprise you're the champion, right? It's no surprise. You know, you have striking, you have submission, ground game, proving this shows how dynamic you are. How important is it for you to be able to mix it all up to get the kind of victories that you're getting?
In future, I'd love to do something like that. It's just about timing and training. But next fight or the future one, you're gonna see. I'll mix it together. It's gonna be something that, like now, people they start reading me. They say no, it's good on this and this, but they're gonna be also surprised. Yeah, they'll all be surprised of some of my win.
You have something special for them, yeah?
For sure.
Which one is more?
Everybody eyes on me. All the world.
Yeah.
Eyes on me.
Because now you're the champ, you have the target on your back. Everybody wants what you got. So let me ask you this, because we nearly out of time. I'm very, very time conscious for the 15 minutes you requested. Which one is more satisfying for you? A knockout or submission win? Which one makes you feel satisfied? Knockout. Can you tell us why?
Knockout is something like, submission is like a poison, It's like sickness. You die, you're going to die. Slow. I'm going to die. You see, I'm leaving my cars. I'm leaving my woman, my monies. You dying with that pen in your chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But knockout is like, what I can say is like a bomb. Those bombs they have in Russia that Putin is talking about.
Yeah.
Once they shoot, so you won't even notice. They shoot me in the head, on the chest, you just out. That is better. It's good.
It's good.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
I don't like submission. You feel it slow. I'm tapping. I'm going to tap. Knockout out of the blue. Good night. You out.
One of the last things I wanted to ask you before we go. At the end of your fight, in for the title, you went to the cage and you made like you was talking to somebody in the crowd. I believe maybe that person is on the on Van Dam's team. What happened in that situation there that led to the kofofo at the end that led to the brawl? What was the conversation? What led to it? Can you tell us more about that?
Obviously, that guy was a Vandam coach. Before the fight, he used to talk bad about me. You know what I mean?
Right.
He used to talk very bad that they're going to kill me. Vandam is going to do this. Is going to do that. All these things was coming in my ear. People, they were sending me links. Check this on what he's talking about you. Listen to what he says. This, that. I was just ignoring that. Saying, let me focus on my training. Then I know I'm going to get the job done. And as soon as the fight is done, I see him out of there. He was like disparate. I say, you was talking bad about me. You are next. And then he stand up, me. He pushed the cage. Then bam, bam, bam. That is the action was starting.
Right.
Yeah, that was one.
You know what? You know what that situation reminded me of? It reminded me of when Khabib squeezed Conor and I jumped over the cage.
Yeah,
I said, Dylan Dennis, you've been talking about me. I'm coming for you.
For sure. It was something like that.
That definitely reminded me of that moment there.
Yeah.
So, lastly, before we go, is there anything that do you have a fight coming up? Do you have a title defense coming up? What do you have coming up next? What's next for the EFC heavyweight champion?
Recently I spoke to matchmaker of EFC. He told me that I'm going to fight the same guy that Vandam coach on January. I'm still waiting for them to send the contract. Yeah, this is what they said. He said I'm going to fight that guy, the same guy that was outside. I said,
oh my God.
Okay, cool, no stress. Send me the contract.
This is exclusive.
I'm also looking to go for UFC, you know what I mean?
Yep. That's a very, very important point you dropped there. What's your aspirations to fight in a promotions like UFC? Because UFC is one of the biggest promotions on the planet, and a lot of the fighters from EFC are going to the UFC now. They usually, obviously, the UFC is looking at EFC as a promotion where some of the fighters there, the top fighters there can definitely make it in a promotion like the UFC. What's your aspirations to get there? Do you have a target? Do you have an amount of years in mind that you want to, make it to the UFC?
Most of the fighters, their dream is to go to UFC. And I'm on that position now. I belong there. I want to go there. We just matter of connection and time. This is what my prayer is now. I'm praying the mighty God must open the door, so I must be there at least to showcase that I deserve this league now.
Yes, 100%. I think you do as well. You have all the skill set. You're good everywhere. You're a very, very well-rounded fighter. You move well in the octagon. You got fast hands. The fit movement is crazy, and your striking is off the hook. So you got all the ingredients to be able to make it in a promotion like UFC. It's just a matter of time now to get over there and and get signed by them. I'm sure they're looking. I'm sure they're noticing, and hopefully not too long distance they come for you, sign you up, and you become a UFC fighter.
Thank you, my man.
Yeah, man. We coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much for the time that you've given us. We really, really appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you back on the show as well. We'd like to have you back on the show at some point. I have your contact details. I can always reach out to you. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank? Your sponsors, your coaches, your gym? Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
This thing is going to show on YouTube or
on YouTube? Yes.
Go out, gonna see this.
No, it's gonna go. It's gonna go on YouTube.
Sure. I want to shout out my coach, Condra Siabi from Brothers Nam. Thanks a lot, my coach. I really appreciate. My manager, Rezen Kulenfuka. One love, my man. My man, Ochigar, Kitenge Sylvain. Julien Mbala, les silencieux de Djobu. Bernardo Mikishi. Also, my families. All the family Matunga in Kinshasa. Everybody support me. My boss, Kinan Mine and Iten Mine. Thank you for the support. That means a lot. And then I can't forget my sponsor, the main sponsor, MI7. Shadrach Kerry, the CEO of MI7. Thank you very much for the support. Big Show, Zoko. My man, Thai Olympic, Tulengi. So all the Congolese, everybody, thank you for the support. Cheers.
Salute. Okay, people, we've come to the end of the show. This has been HHH Power, the EFC heavyweight champion of the world in the house. He's just giving us his time. Thank you so much for coming through. And up until the next video, hasta la vista, people. Salute.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.